GM. Today's lesson I want to talk about a topic that is on every new student's mind, or at least probably 95% of you. It was for me when I first started trading. The question is, how do I grow a small portfolio? Small is obviously relative, every person's in a different financial situation, but most people who start trading they probably don't have millions of dollars, right? Probably have hundreds of dollars or maybe thousands of dollars or whatever the equivalent is in your own money. And you want to grow it. That's why you're here. That's why you trade. That's why you join crypto, right? The way that most people try to do it is completely wrong. Now, if you'll sit with me for a moment, think about this. You know this. If you actually think about it, you know that the way people approach making money and growing a portfolio is wrong. How do you know that? What's the success rate? Very simple statistics, right? The success rate of crypto traders or any trader is low, meaning more people who try to do it fail than succeed. That does not mean that you can't succeed, and I'll let you in on a secret, which isn't even that big of a secret. The reason why most people fail is at the start. They do the wrong things. It's not because you can't grow a small portfolio. It's because people, when they have a small portfolio, also have a lack of knowledge. They're generally quite new or brand new. And so you're brand new to this new game, this new skill, and you have a small portfolio. And because you can start, right? You can just start today. You can open up a Binance account or a Coinbase account and you can just start. You can open a Phantom wallet and you can go and buy coins. So because that's possible, and because people don't want to wait, like why would I wait? I want to grow my money right away. They make the fatal error, which is they start immediately. And that's all it is. If you want to grow a small portfolio, the secret is don't try to grow it right away. You have to put in groundwork. You have to develop some kind of understanding of the game you're trying to play. You have to develop a process. You have to develop, obviously, systems like I teach in bootcamp. But more than that, you have to develop some kind of process for how to do this game, how to play this game. It's the only game, it's the only skill really in the world where you can go right in on day one and battle with the best people in the world. If you started martial arts and you went into a gym and you started to learn MMA, let's say you start off with some kickboxing, or you go to jiu-jitsu, let's say jiu-jitsu. It aligns with the belt system of bootcamp, white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt. On day one, you're a white belt. You don't get thrown in with black belts right away. Yeah? Go to a fight gym, go and start boxing. You don't start off by sparring with a professional, a world champion. Take any other skill. You start to play golf, you start to play tennis. You start off with a coach who's teaching you the basics, how to swing the club, how to hit the ball, the basic mechanics. And even if you wanted to, you could not battle a pro. That's the key difference. You couldn't even do it if you wanted to. You would not be allowed. There would be no way for you to walk in on day one and join a professional golf tournament and play against the pros. Couldn't do it. You have to train for years. You have to work your way up through the system till you get to the point where you earn a pro card and you can join pro competitions. You can't join the UFC on day one of learning MMA. And so trading is amazing because it's open to everyone. Crypto is amazing because it's completely democratized. Anybody in the world can do it. Anyone with an internet connection is able to buy crypto. That's the best thing about it. But also, it can be the worst thing for new people because you're going right in at the deep end. You have the ability to go right in at the deep end, which is not in your best interest. Most of the time, that's actually completely counter to the way that you want to approach it, right? So You have to have the discipline and the humility. Be humble enough to admit, I don't know yet the best way to grow my account. I have $3,000, but I don't yet know the best way to grow it. Just like you could have the same equipment as a pro. You could buy the same gloves as a professional MMA fighter. Does that mean you can hang with them? No. You can buy the same exact clubs that Tiger Woods uses. You can buy the same racket that Roger Federer uses. It doesn't mean that you can go in right away and beat them. But the billionaire trades on Binance. The billionaire trades on Coinbase. You can also trade on Binance or Coinbase. So, first of all, you have to humble yourself and just say, okay, will I have a better chance of growing my portfolio today, on day one, or week one, or month one? Or will I give myself a better chance of achieving that if I first learn the ropes? And if you do that, and you build yourself into a trader first, you learn the fundamentals, the basics, build the foundation, you'll put yourself in a position where when you go to put that money in, you're much better equipped to do so. And you'll actually tip the odds back in your favor and make it more likely that you can win. Most people never reach this stage. Most people come in with their 3K, and the way they learn, what I've just told you, okay? I've just told you that if you try to battle the pros on day one, you'll probably lose, okay? Most people don't learn that from me or from hearing it. Most people learn that by taking their 3K and losing it. And once they've lost all their money, they say, oh, I guess I need to learn. Well, that's a very expensive lesson, isn't it? Think how long it took you to save that money up. For some people, that could take years to save up. So, it's that little bit of patience. It's that humility to say, I know I want to grow this. Of course I want to grow the small account, but so does everybody. Everybody else is going to try to do it right away, and in the first 3 or 6 months they're going to lose it. I am not going to do that. I'm going to spend 3 or 6 months learning, building the foundation, building myself into somebody who can grow it. And from that point, you'll be much better equipped to grow any size of account. It starts off by starting small, being humble to say, okay, this is a very difficult game with literal millionaires and billionaires, professionals battling me. I've got to do something to tip the odds back in my favor. And you don't have to beat the millionaires and billionaires to make money. This is the key thing. 90% of people lose money in the markets. They're not millionaires and billionaires. Some of them maybe. But most of those people who lose, they come in with their $500, $5,000, $20,000, and they do the first thing that I said not to do. They go straight in and try and gamble it. If you don't do that, you put yourself in a better position to beat those 90%. You can take the money off the other people who have small portfolios that don't have discipline, and that can put you onto the first rung of the ladder where you become a profitable trader. And from there, that's when you can start to build it and scale it and grow it over time and compound. So the way to grow a small account is to not try to grow it right away.